How good is footy? Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Lovely. We're jumping on 4 minutes early. It ended up being not that early.
No, because of a countdown. When you say footy, 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 I think of footy, footy, footy to the tune of Ruby, Ruby, Ruby.
Yes. Yep.
What's that? Who's that?
That's a song before you were born, Marnie. Back in the ancient era of 2008.
I was in year 8.
Yeah. Oh, wow, yeah.
Disagree.
Yeah.
Disagree with that.
No good.
Well, does that mean in 2009 you're in year 9?
Yep.
And 2010 you're in year 10?
I know, it's perfect. It's so good.
That's cool.
It's such a good timestamp.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Draft Dream Team Talk is here.
Oh, my God. Hello, Dream Team Talk.
Shall we crack in? Shall we just crack in?
Say thanks, Richo, for the 5, you fucking legend, and then we can crack in.
All right, great. All right, cracking in. We've got Georgia Nanscorn here. I was like, how am I going to pronounce this?
I know.
But
Yeah,
then
you
I
did as well, but you
then I
did.
saw the phonetic written down
Yeah.
in my head, and I did it, and I landed the plane. But I did talk about it for 10 minutes after I said it.
Okay.
We ready to go?
Less smooth.
One of you were just like, that's not how
Oh,
you
do
say
you
it.
have the tipping
No,
results
it's
on
good.
your list?
No.
Oh.
Do you have them?
No, just someone won the tipping. I reminded because Greg came 8th and...
Oh, yeah, and he would have been in the top 5 had he tipped Essendon, but he tipped Carlton. So, tut.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We don't need to cover that, Broden.
All right. I mean, I think I won. And shall we crack in?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. On days like this, what can you do apart from bounce that bloody pill? G'day, everyone. Welcome to the footy. We're here. It's November, traditional footy time, and we're here to just do a fun hour of positive, fun footy stuff, talking about footy. And it's a very special day, actually, because Marnie will tell us why. She'll break news up the top. Firstly, please welcome Quill Award-winning journalist Marnie Bond.
Thank you.
Break the news?
Well, already?
Yeah.
That news.
Oh, it's your 201 once.
201th.
201th.
I love that. 201.
That's wrong. Episode. Yeah, because I ordered a cake to be made for the 200th, which would make a lot more sense. But I just put it for the nearest Wednesday, and at the time, that was a week out, and I didn't notice.
Just a cake is an understatement,
Yes.
Marnie.
Oh, sorry.
You have brought in, and I don't know how much this cost you, but send us the receipt because this is cake boss
That's
shit.
what I said, yeah.
We're looking at half a football in the it's a Sharon.
Yes.
And Sharons aren't cheap. Like a good Sharon from Airport West, footy shop.
Yeah.
Rebel Sport, they call it.
Yes.
But I call it footy shop. Is $200. Mm-hmm. And this is a cake one, so it's got to be worth more than that.
Potentially.
Marnie, where did you get this cake?
Ferguson Bakery at the Coles Centre in Northland. You know, with the 2 Coles?
Oh.
It's a bakery in the middle of the 2 Coles.
I got to pick apart like 9 things you just said. Firstly,
Yeah.
I grew up in Northland in a cake shop
Yes.
called Michelle's Patisserie.
Yes.
That's where I was raised, in the Michelle's Patisserie.
Yes.
Our bitter rival was Ferguson Poirot.
Okay.
So I feel betrayed.
Yeah, this is a bit. This is actually all just trolling you.
Firstly, it's not Northland. It's Northlands. It's North or Northie.
Okay.
Or, for example, I got stabbed at Northie.
Northies.
Is what you would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Northland is too regal for that
Yeah.
place.
Okay.
I stopped a robbery there once, but that's a story for another time.
Okay.
What kind of cake is it?
I don't know. I can't remember. It was like a week and a half ago I ordered this.
Keto cake for Dad?
Yes.
Yeah, how and do we know how much was this cake?
It was like 180.
Oh my
Marnie,
God,
final Quill Award-winning journalist.
Definitely
final.
sending the invoice through.
Yeah,
Come
send-
on,
No,
mate.
but
That's
like
crazy.
without getting soppy, like you guys work so hard, and to make 200 episodes is such an achievement.
Oh,
That's so lovely.
It
That's
is.
more than a Sharon. I was thinking Broden was like off his rocker when he was like, it's going to be more than a Sharon. It's more expensive than a football.
Yeah.
Now, is there a chip in this one?
We'll have
Choc
to wait
chip.
and see. Yes, it's very good.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it. It's hard to explain if you're not watching, and watch the live stream or watch the YouTube if you can. It's got grass and stuff happening. Like there's an artist has worked on this.
Yeah.
It is our 201st episode today,
Yes. First.
That's the one. I prefer 201.
aka 201th. But no, we really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I can't wait to rip into it later. Tom, you're also here.
Yes. Thank you, Broden. How are you going?
I'm really excited by our guest.
Yeah.
More than anything. Marnie, would you like to introduce, because you have facilitated this?
Oh, okay, sure.
Because you know me off the air, I'm like, never let bombers on.
Now
we
I
don't
wish
want 'em in here.
I knew because I want to. Okay, the very first Essendon AFLW signing
Yes.
that came from the VFLW program off a VFLW premiership, so has a long connection with the club. Also, Hockeyroos royalty, I'm going to say.
Yes.
First of 50 caps, 100 caps, and 150 caps.
But also no caps.
And also,
No cap.
yeah, no cap. Wait, that's a bad thing. No cap. Cap is a good thing.
No, hey,
No
that's a
cap.
great cake. No cap.
Oh, yeah, no lie. Okay, I get
Yeah.
it. And I would say arguably the best player this season.
I
and
agree.
Definitely Broden's favourite player this season. It's Georgia Nanscon. Yay!
Very generous.
It's true. You are great. No cap.
That really got me.
Yeah, but no, we were at the game earlier this year. It was the day before the men's grand final, and I was like, "Who's that gun?"
It was Essendon Melbourne game at Windy Hill.
And Melbourne didn't actually score that day. No, they kicked it a little bit, but
No,
barely.
I think you got 7 behinds.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
we know where it's at. But it was you dominated us, and were fantastic on the weekend in that you also eliminated the D's to make your way into the finals. Are you excited to be playing finals?
I'm very excited to be playing finals. Yeah. Off to Perth this week, so a little trip over. But yeah, it's a very exciting time.
Were you nervous going into the Carlton game?
Oh, look, I think I'm not going to lie, there certainly some nerves there. You know, I guess what's at stake, but I think you hit the ground and they sort of disappear, and then you just go out and do what you do. And we're lucky enough to come away with a win. And
You were down at the end of the first quarter. Was that do you because when I play community sport and I'm down, I panic and I freak out and go, we're going to lose. But like, do you in that position go, we're fine? Were you like, we've got this? Because then your second quarter in particular was extremely dominant, where you only touched the ball, I think, and maybe Maddie Gay, I think, as well.
Maddie Gay touched the ball a lot.
Yeah, it was just you two, like, just running around. And there was one particular where you just took the ball off someone and ran into the goal with it. It was insane.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that happened. But look, we didn't start the game super well, but we sort of had a good last 5 minutes going into the break. So I think we were confident that we knew that if we stuck to our game plan and played how we knew we could, that we'd get the job done. And we came out pretty hard in the second quarter and set us up really well.
How was it for you, Marnie, being at that game? Was it good vibes?
Yeah, a bit too good vibes, I think, because we were behind the bench being quite rowdy.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Really? Did you, Marnie?
Yeah, I heard a
Not
group.
me,
I heard a group.
Yeah, you had a group. And then, because part of me was just like, oh, maybe I should settle down a bit. Then I'm like, no, this is what women's footy actually needs, and it's a good thing to be loud.
Marnie and I went to a game earlier in the day and we sat in the grandstand like normal punters, but then from the looks of it, you went and sat behind you sat behind the interchange and really...
Yeah, it was like the Essendon section.
Yeah, so yeah, what side of icon?
I was a bit worried about being on the broadcast.
Hello. Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I took the scarf off like halfway through.
Just I want to do a little quick true or false, Tom. So Tom and Georgia become more acquainted and know more about each other. I'm going to play a quick quiz with you both.
Great.
Where it's true or false facts about Georgia and Tom.
Okay, great.
Okay? So you have to guess if these things are right about one another, okay?
And do you want us to buzz in?
No, it's just like Tom.
Okay,
Is
great.
this true or false about Georgia Nanscorn?
Okay, great.
Question number 1. This is about Tom. True or
Okay.
false?
Okay, great.
Tom, just give me a wink or a like.
No eye contact.
No.
Oh, I'll be the ref.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have been nominated for an ARIA award, so award in music industry in Australia.
I'll be generous and I'll say true.
It is correct. You've been
It's
nominated
true.
for an ARIA award.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well done.
good times.
Congrats.
This is Georgia. I was selected for the Hockey Roos when I was 17.
True.
Incorrect.
Really?
She was selected when she was 16.
Right, I was going to say, how'd you get to so many caps?
Played after your birthday when you were 17.
yeah, day after
So you
my
were
17th birthday.
wrong
It was
again,
my first
Tom.
Game.
Incredible,
Yeah.
though.
Oh.
Incredible.
He was wrong.
Yeah.
1-0.
Way to rub it into.
1-0.
Here's one about Tom, okay? I eat bread.
Oh, nah, false.
Correct. He's doing a keto diet at the moment.
Oh, are you okay?
Yes, it's been fantastic, believe it or not.
Well, it started in the men's season because you ran. Oh, I should know how far you
I
ran.
had 150 Ks on the dot.
And how much money did you raise?
Like, whoa, how much?
15, 16 grand.
16 grand for
Oh,
a
that's
charity thing,
okay.
yeah. Well, I did like 5 a day, but I needed to have rest days because I was so overweight and my legs were so sore. So I ended up doing like a couple of 10K days at the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
10K day.
10K days. But when I say run, like I was briskly walking. I was briskly walking, I would say.
Georgia, I'm a VFL BNF winner.
True.
Correct.
I heard that earlier.
Yeah, I
Wait,
know.
what's that? 2-1.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tom's made a mistake.
But it's not a competition.
It is.
Everything's a competition.
This is Tom. I'm a current bacon and eggs eater.
On keto, probably it's all you're eating.
Correct. Yes, that's right. Yes, you can have them.
True.
All right.
Very true.
Last one for Georgia.
Okay.
I won a 2014 gold medal at the Commonwealth Games in Edinburgh.
2014, so that was 10 years ago. True.
Incorrect. The Commonwealth
That's
Games.
really stiff.
The Commonwealth Games were in Glasgow, Tom. You should know.
Unfair.
Well, no,
Money.
that's the way it goes. Well, I think it's a draw.
Yes. No, Essendon won.
Oh, Essendon won. What the hell? Oh, congratulations, Georgia. You go home with a water bottle that you have already.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks. It means a lot.
We won't steal this from you.
Before we crack into the news, are you happy to stick around for a little bit?
Oh, yeah,
We'll
I
get
can do
through
that.
all of the footy coverage for this week. But before we did that, because it's our 201st and because we've finished an entire season of AFLW and we're now at the finals, I thought I'd bring back... I was on a plane today as well, so I had time. I thought we could do an old-fashioned round the grounds, saying goodbye to all the teams who are the 10 teams who suck, and celebrate the 8 teams who are still here. If you're in the chat, say, oh yeah, because it's time.
Yeah.
Here we go. Great year of W, I must say. They made each team play every day. Season was sick, it's very alive. Local grounds are a big bloody vibe, and West Coast began to look real fierce with the arrival of Daisy Pearce. Good to Perth, turn back the clocks. Freo appearance for the Freo Docs. A powerful year for the Kangaroos, sadly not for the Carlton Blues. Brisbane fans look very pleased, and a tragic year for the poor old D's. Gold Coast, flat overall. Stupid chip in the motherfucking ball. GWS must have lament. Started the season on 400%. Swans were flat and lost the spark. Attacks by moths at the Sydney Park. Dogs are young, it's easy to see, but got 98k to the MCG. Someone dodged a spoon of wood by the name of good old Collingwood. Promising start for the Saints, you see, but the finals, they'll be very free. It's a bit annoying, and it's also funny that Hawthorn Hawthorn are gonna get a lot of bloody money. There'll be lots of time to do this and that. This November for the Geelong Cats. This is my handle. This is my spout. Essendon could end a big drought. One team's back for real. The Appleton girls wear the teal. Another great team who aren't on the nose. The powerful team of the Adelaide Crows. Idols are my favourite band. And the finals both for Tigerland. Thanks to the players who put a good show. Still got bloody finals to go. Yeah. Go, Tom.
Me.
Yeah. No, you got to drop. Yeah, go.
Yeah. My name is Tom and I like to rap. Earlier there were some bits about having a cap.
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot. Well done, everybody.
Is that what you won the aria for?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
essentially an extension of that. I wrote that on a plane today, but I couldn't see the ladder. So I had to kind of just try and quickly remember who was in the finals and who wasn't. And I genuinely forgot the Tigers are in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool for them.
Yeah. They play Port on Sunday.
Yep. Shall we get into the news?
Yeah.
Hit that sting, Tom. These awkward moments are awkward because there's actually music playing, but it's only different people.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
they're
know.
not in the. Oh.
And can I just say very quickly, thank you for the lovely comments. Someone said 11 out of 10.
For the rap.
Yeah.
For the rap?
For the backing track.
For the cake.
Yeah.
For the cake.
Yeah,
the
for
cake
the
deserves a 12 out of 10 in my opinion.
It was serving fire, I hear.
It was
My
serving
dad just
fire.
commented, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Marns, what's the news in footy?
Footy Pacific news only. Well, the AFLW Grand Final is going to be a nighttime game.
No, that's official.
It's official, yeah. They announced it today. They announced it on Wednesday morning. It's going to be 7:45 Melbourne time because Freo's in finals. It could technically be in
Afternoon game.
a 4:45 twilight game in Perth. So they had to do it at a
Yeah.
time slot that works for both. So yeah, 7:45, most likely at Icon Park, you'd think. But yeah.
I'm interested in everyone's take on this. Firstly, maybe a player. How would you feel playing a night grand final?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the way sort of the game's heading, and even probably on the men's side as
Yep.
well. The atmosphere is awesome. We've played a few night games this year, including the one on the weekend, and it's a good vibe.
Yeah,
So
you thrive there.
yeah.
The crowd gets so rowdy, I hear.
Yeah, there's a little pocket at Icon Park that gets really up and about.
Are you? Do you worry about moths coming in mass?
I don't actually. And for me, being a redhead, there's no sun. It's great. So I think it's a good move.
That actually was my first thought, was they give out those free expensive sunscreens as promo at AFLW games. I was like, well, they won't do that if it's a night game. I would get my free sunscreen.
At Icon, so they were hanging out. They were handing out Harvey snaps.
Oh, yeah.
They are delicious.
Oh, the harvest snaps.
Yeah, what's a
Harvest.
Harvey snap?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
what the
like, it
fuck's a
took me a
Harvey
second.
snap?
Yeah, the harvest.
The peas, the little
snap.
pea snaps.
Edamame.
Yeah, they're
Good.
cool, yeah.
But I will say, poor form, there was so many just scattered everywhere as we were leaving. Like,
Yeah.
pick up your fucking
Pick
rubbish.
up your rubbish,
Yeah.
guys.
Pick up your rubbish. Is it
Luckers.
different playing? How different is it playing night and day games?
I think it depends where you play, the weather, whatever. You get a bit of dew sometimes. I think the game we played at Whitten Oval, the one against Sydney, I think I remember, was quite dewy. So it does change conditions a little bit, but yeah, once the sun goes down, you're not contending with it in your eyes or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's
How long does it take you to get sunburnt?
Well, it's why I wear long sleeves. So
Yeah.
I've got burnt a fair bit in the hockey days on the
you?
shoulders. So I wear the long sleeves no matter what.
Did you ever do a 3rd degree burn?
I don't know, but it sounds like you maybe did.
Big day out 2005.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
right.
horrific.
And I got blisters on my face for the first day of school.
Yeah, okay.
How old were you?
Unfortunate.
I would have been like 15,
That's
16. And I was
horrific.
sitting in English class with blisters on my face.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to have 3 severe burns in your life before you're high risk. I learned this at my mole map. Have you had a mole map?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, they're good, huh?
They are very good.
It made me go on a diet. See myself in the photo.
It's quite confronting, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Good to know. It's, I know Rangers. When you find when you go northern hemisphere, you don't get burned. That's what I've found.
Yeah. I haven't thought about it, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Great. I'm glad you wear
I
a long
always try to
sleeve, though.
sunscreen up. Lots of
Play it
sunscreen, long
safe.
sleeves, hats.
Marnie, what's your take on a night game?
I'm going to wait and see what it's like because I love the day grand finals, but I've always just loved day grand finals. And I love that it's like an event that you wake up and it's a grand final.
Right.
Like waiting
It's
till
a long time to
7:45
wait.
is a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
anticipatory energy that
Tension.
you have to expend. But like entertainment, I think will be better at night for W. It's also cool that W can do things on their own,
Yes.
like can do things differently.
Yes.
And it will be interesting to see because they've done it for broadcast reasons to get numbers up on TV.
Sure.
So it'll be interesting to see if that actually works or not.
So if it was a Hawthorn home grand final, it would be at Icon.
Yep.
If it was a North home grand final, it would be at Icon. Bombers, Icon. Richmond, Icon.
It'll be at Icon if it's in Melbourne.
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
And then, otherwise,
Otherwise, it's at Springfield or it's at
Adelaide.
Alberton or it's at... Yeah, no, I guess there's a very high chance it's going to be an Icon.
Yes.
Just all set up for it.
Yep.
Do we have any leak of who might be playing?
No. Like, genuinely, I can't even speculate. Last year, I think you could guess that it was G Flip.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Yeah.
G Flip is on most
Yes.
events.
Yes. It's G Flip again.
Yeah, we first
If
asked
you could
G
have
Flip and then... Yeah.
Dream person to perform?
Oh, good question. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind like Amy Shark or something.
Oh,
this
that's
year.
cool.
Would be quite
I think
cool.
she's done it before as well, I think.
She may have done that. She did one of the awards nights, one of the W awards nights. So
And Tones and I did one year.
Tones and I might
That
have
was
done
fun.
one. Yeah.
They would be my first three that I would think of. They're the most affiliated I've seen with W. AC/DC.
That'd be good.
I'm trying to think who else could. I wonder if they've locked it in because it's a very short notice if they haven't.
Well,
Yeah,
they're going to
yeah.
announce it soon, is what they said today.
I wonder if they go for like a Jessica Malboy. You know,
Yes.
like that. Yeah,
Someone
should be
local.
great. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. What's your thoughts on the night, Graham?
I was just thinking, like, I know, like, basic bitch alert, but it's like 35 degrees today in Melbourne. It'd be so much nicer to play at night. Like, it could be really fucking hot.
That's a good point.
So I'm thinking sitting on the hill, cracking a beer,
At Icon.
out at Icon, 7:45. That sounds pretty sick.
Okay. The only thing is that last year it sold out like that.
Yes.
And so many people wanted tickets that couldn't go. And I don't
Yes.
think AFLW is at a point where you can be turning people away. Even
Yeah.
though it's like cool to have demand.
Is capacity at Icon bigger than Arden?
Way bigger. Arden's
right.
like 2,000.
Arden
Is
doesn't even hit our trigger cap of like
Yeah.
6,000 people.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's the official Icon capacity?
I don't.
13,000 or something.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
But I think it's
that's
like
what they got,
8,000 last year was the capacity.
Yeah, some of those seats aren't seats.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Hopefully they would be smart, right? And if they have triggers to pull. Like, that's what you do when you're like a touring artist and stuff, right?
No,
You know?
they were asked today and they said that, like that it's locked
If it sells out,
It's
it sells
locked
out.
in.
Yeah, that's silly.
I flew over Marvel today, and all the Coldplay shit was still there.
Oh, fun.
Maybe Coldplay will play. You know,
Yeah, that'd be
That's
cool.
still
around.
Just get them over. Like, you're already here.
Oh, just Chris Martin at the very least. Stick around, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to that?
I didn't know.
Did you?
No, I didn't
know
even know it
this-
was happening until it was all over my social media feeds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He dances a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
He wears colourful shoes. He looks like he's in the Wiggles almost. He's
And
got-
he was at the cricket the following day.
Makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, he likes neighbours.
You've mentioned being on a plane a bit. Can we ask you why you're on a plane?
That's just my life.
Yeah, I know. Every time I message you, I'm on a plane.
I went to Sydney. No, I had a meeting, a very boring meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The person that you had the meeting with is sitting there going, oh,
Very
boring.
good point.
Yeah, true.
Yes, they know why. Why am I looking at you for?
I'm not sure.
What other news is there?
Well, Port and Hawks being in the finals for the first time feels very newsworthy and cool to me.
Vibes.
That means everyone's been in the finals.
I don't think
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that means all four expansion, all four last expansion sides have been in finals. Who
Yeah.
hasn't played finals yet?
St
Suns.
Kilda
No,
and
we
West,
played last
St
year.
Kilda
Yeah.
and West Coast,
That sucks.
I think. Suns played last year.
Yeah.
Got
But then-
demolished by Sydney.
And Hawthorn, the rise of Hawthorn, respectfully as an Essendon player, is huge.
Yeah.
And like the fact that this year, if you told me 12 months ago that they would win the McClellan and that they would have two teams in the one position second,
I know. It's very
and
cool.
one that got into the second round of the finals and then had a fight with Ken Hinkley over social media. If you told me all that, I'd be like, wow.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
like,
that's
very,
true.
very impressive from them.
Yeah.
How did you find playing Hawthorn this year?
We didn't.
Well, okay.
Yeah. So normally we our first 2 years we kicked off the season against Hawthorn as a traditional rivalry. But no, we played them in a practice match, but they weren't in our draw this season. So they were good in the practice match. Yeah.
Do you think it would have been good to fit in another game in those little weeks where you played Hawthorn?
Yeah, let's cram another one into the 19 days we've played 5 games in.
Wow. Yes.
Hawthorn. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they look good. Yeah.
Port, how do you feel about Port?
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
And they're at the bottom end of the 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're okay.
And Richmond?
Yeah, I would have been quite scared of Richmond earlier in the season. But even I'd be like drawing with Richmond. Like that was, I think like earlier in the season I would have been like, oh, Richmond's going to win that game. But I was like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel you. But it's also like, it's funny that the 10-round thing is putting teams that are interesting. Do you feel like if you kept playing that you would build into the year, or do you feel like you hit your prime right now?
Oh, well, hopefully we haven't hit our prime.
Do you reckon
Like,
about
hopefully
4
our
weeks
prime
off
comes in a couple of weeks. And no, I think we've built into the year. Yeah. And hopefully we show that on the weekend. I mean, we played Freo round 1 and had a bit of a tough loss there. A few bits and pieces happened in that game which weren't ideal. But yeah, we're looking forward to hopefully a bit of redemption and show how far we've come.
was that round 2? Was that round 1?
Yeah.
Round 1.
Yeah.
So the
What
first
happened? I
time that
can't
Essendon
remember.
lost Bonnie, when Amber and Bonnie collided,
That's right,
it was
yeah.
round 1.
Was that in Fremantle?
No, it was at Windy Hill.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was
Like
a tough.
adjusted really well.
Yeah, exactly. So no, looking forward to a bit of redemption.
Do you
I think.
Freo will sell that out, or at least fill that place?
There's a lot of Freo fans.
I think they'll turn up.
It's because like Steph Kane's like the co-captain of Essendon's from Perth, so she's got a big fan following there.
We're just talking about Essendon have a big WA fan base to begin with anyway.
Yeah, and all the hockey roos are coming, I heard, to support.
Hopefully a few of them come. Yeah,
That'd
we're
be
based
nice.
over there, lived there for 7 or so years. So hopefully I get a few
What area?
people coming.
What are the best things about Perth? Living in Perth,
Not the heat.
is it hot? Always hot?
It
Dry?
felt always hot. For me, it was the fact that going a long way was like half an hour. Like if you're like, oh, half an hour, that's a bit far. Whereas Melbourne, that's like a K in peak
Standard,
hour.
yeah.
So like I lived sort of half an hour from the beach, and like that was that's a bit far, but like, in reality it's not. So like how long it takes to get everywhere was a lot better in Perth.
So the hockey roos were based.
Yeah, they're still based over there. So the AIS for hockey's in Perth rather than Canberra.
That's
which
really interesting.
I'd prefer probably
Yeah.
to be in Perth than Canberra.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Do you have other news?
I just had North Melbourne going undefeated. That's the first time a side's gone undefeated since 2017, and the season was only 7 or 8 rounds
Yeah,
long
so-
then. So it's very impressive
Yeah.
from North, which makes their tie with Geelong
Crazy.
so weird. Just Geelong's whole season so weird. I am really disappointed that Geelong aren't playing finals.
You are.
I am. They looked so good against Adelaide, and yeah, I think
Yeah.
they would have put on a really good finals performance.
Isn't it crazy that like North also played the most top 8 teams as well, right? I thought I
saw-
saw that on Twitter or something. Yeah.
I saw one tweet that was like, the fixture is really unfair, including to North, because North didn't have to play North.
Yeah.
But incredible performance to go. Yeah.
George used to play for North.
Yeah. Right.
Did. Yep, they got rid of me. And,
In the-
and then I came to Essendon.
When did you
In the
play?
VFL?
No, in the AFL. So I was post-hockey picked up by North
Right.
in their first season.
Oh.
So North recruiter literally slid into the DMs on Facebook.
So cool.
And was like, hey, do you want to come play football? But this is kind of even before I, really stepped away too far from hockey. And, then flew over back to Melbourne, moved back over, played their first season, got 2 games and then delisted. And then I went to Essendon in the VFL and then, kicked
that-
things off from there.
That debut year, you did your ACL on the debut year. Is that right?
No, in the VFL.
Yeah.
So that was 2022. So 2019 was my first VFL Essendon year.
Yep.
And then a couple of years later, in our grand final, which was the debut year for the AFLW.
That's right,
Yeah. So missed that first season.
But you were
unfortunately.
as you were saying, first recruited.
Yeah, but then didn't get to play, which was a shame.
Yes, that was heartbreaking because it was 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter when Essendon had quite clearly won.
Yeah, I think there was a little. It wasn't too long left, but I went up for a semi-contested mark, I'm a ground ball player. I don't know why I even left the ground, and did the ACL then. So, but it's all part of it, and I'm
Chance for redemption.
Grateful
this year.
to be back out there now.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
That's all my news.
hell yeah! Give it up for Marns and the news.
It's so nice doing news segments not in men's footy season because it's all just nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's what else. At the presser today, they said that metrics are up. All metrics are up across the board because there's like all those games within the condensed fixture that they're not counting towards the metrics. So crowd numbers from last year are up.
That's good.
And then they were asked what they're taking from the Bulldogs doubleheader, and they took it from like around the third quarter
Okay.
mark, which there was 23,000 people there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was there.
Yeah.
It was raining.
So that's a good boost for the average.
Yeah, that helps, yeah.
They got 98k there, as I said in my rap.
They should have.
Well, I mean, it's super unfair, so take what you can.
Yeah, they were forced to do that. They
Yeah.
were they were the first. They had the schedule there already. So
Yep.
okay, Georgia, I'd like to ask you about Maribyrnong and the northern areas because I live in this area too, and I'd love your advice. So I just want to know: do you have a best pub from the Brunswick to Maribyrnong area?
I don't actually. No.
Oh, great.
Can you recommend one?
No, I'm just.
Retreat Hotel. It's very
Retreat
nice.
Hotel. All right.
Did you go to Retreat?
Yeah. I
don't know if I
haven't
missed.
been there past like the end of my night. But the night that I went to the retreat was the night that I messaged you by Romantica.
Very nice food there, IMO.
great.
Wait, good food, did you say?
Yeah, IMO. So you might not like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your best lunch place in the? Because this is this area in the.
Well, I probably don't like my go-to lunch spot at the moment. It's more Essendon and
Yeah.
So Convoy.
Okay.
Yeah, is kind of my go-to.
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
Yeah.
They actually do a it's like a cinnamon scroll pancake stack.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, which is
I'm not eating
kind of-
sugar at the moment. But
Yeah, apparently not. No. So normally when I go get like your normal brunch item, and then whoever I go with share dessert lunch.
That's really clever.
yeah, afterwards. It's really good.
And which shopping centre are you? Are you a High Point person?
I am actually, yeah. It's right around the corner, so convenient, but nightmare and like holidays. Or
Do you find-
I hate the parking there, and I get very angry.
You're that area born and raised a little bit.
Yeah, Moonee Ponds, then North Melbourne, Perth for a while, and now Maribyrnong.
What's your opinion on the trendifying of High Point? It used to be rough as it's still rough, but it's kind of nice now.
No, I think it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've put a lot of plants in there. It looks quite nice. I
Is it-
think
You were to
It's-
get a baked good, would you go to Ferguson or Michelle's?
That
It's
money.
okay.
That's offensive to my family.
I've actually got a few from Ferguson.
Yeah.
The one on Errol Street.
This is why
'Cause-
Michelle's went under in 2017 and
I get
went
all
into
my work
receivership.
goods from there for when I need work cakes. I
What
walk
kind of
around
cakes
the
do you
corner.
get?
Oh, we have a few vegans in the office, so I have to get like vegan cakes. But
I
Where do you
scrunched my
work?
face up even though I was vegan for
West
like
Melbourne.
3 years.
Where do you work? West Melbourne.
yeah, I work for Professional Footballers Australia, who are the PA for soccer. So
Really?
yeah,
That's
get
very
to
cool.
dabble in a little bit of another sport, and
What's that like?
Yeah.
Working in two sports at the same time.
I think it's probably better than working in the sport you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm in like an operations role there, and they're the perfect organisation for understanding athlete work balance.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been with them sort of since the start of the year.
How do they feel
really
about
good.
using your hands for stuff? Are they more like, oh, we don't agree with that? We prefer.
Oh, there's a bit of football banter of what's the real football kind of thing.
Do you call it soccer when you leave the building?
I call it soccer in the building.
Oh, great. Yeah, great. Assert the dominance. It's good.
Yeah.
That must be fascinating.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's been really interesting.
You know what else is fascinating? Tipping.
Tipping. Tipping. Tipping.
You know what they say about finals? It means you have to tip less games. You only have to tip 4 games, don't they,
yeah.
Tom?
Do you tip officially?
No, we're just giving our.
Because I want to.
We're giving our educated opinion, and in my case,
yeah.
extremely educated. On who will win and who won't. We start at Icon Park on Friday night at 7:15 local time. 2 days and 45 minutes from right now.
I'm working the boundary again for this game.
Wow.
Wow.
Marnie,
Awesome.
tell us. So Marnie on Friday did her first boundary riding for the Australian
Hey.
Broadcasting Corporation. And I'd love to know how it went.
I had a lot of fun. It's so fun being on the boundary because you literally are just like, you can't chime in too much, especially if it's like a close game or a, high stakes game.
Yes.
And there's a lot going on. They don't want you. And so it was like once a quarter for like 20 seconds. And it was like Ponta went down. And so it was like in the fourth quarter, they kind of don't want you to interrupt at all. So I would just text them and then they would come to me and I'd say like 5 seconds. And then I just got to like watch from literally the front. And then I got to chat to players afterwards. And the Coast girls were so nice.
It's funny you mentioned this because you were boundary riding for the Essendon game too, because I was watching it on TV and I started getting messages, too good down, too good injured. And I'm like, really? It's like, yep, doesn't look
We
good.
weren't saying it on the TV yet.
And they weren't saying on the and like it took like 25
so you
minutes.
got the scoop right
Yeah.
there.
I'm like, why are you boundary riding to me? I'm not ABC. I'm not like, but yeah, no, I had the scoop.
Yeah.
But they didn't talk about it until like maybe because she did it early, first quarter,
Yep.
like
yeah.
at the end of the second.
Yeah.
You know?
It was very distressing.
Yeah, and you
It
were
was a horrible sight.
but you still had that boundary rider energy. So you're going into your second boundary rider energy Friday night for the North Crows game.
Yeah.
What's your plans? What are you looking for? You're just going to cover the game from
Yep.
the boundary?
We're just going to watch and cover the game. But I did like the first time they came to me, I went, hi. Before I started speaking. And they were like, don't do that.
Can I ask a technical question?
Yeah.
Do you go into the mic like, I've got something to say, and then
So you've got to go boundary and then they'll come down to you.
boundary?
Yeah, well, because then they can hear that and they'll come to you when they can.
You
when
go,
there's like,
Marnie's down on the boundary.
yeah, like after a goal when they have like 10 seconds or whatever. But you let them know that you've got
Boundary.
something to say.
So you got to be ready to fucking rock.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Sounds like cruisy as, but also really high pressure.
Well, yeah, you just got to be clued in.
Yeah.
But
You gotta
good. Good times.
Now,
shout out
the
really
question
quickly.
is not. Yeah, sorry.
No, sorry.
Shout out the tip winner.
I was going to say Alex V won the tipping.
Oh, good
Thank
job,
you,
Alex.
Alex V.
Actually drew with Kate C, but got the margin by 1 point.
Well, Kate C.
Ooh, good job, Kate C.
Congrats, Kate C. It was a great warm up for theatre. Congrats to Kate C. Now, the question isn't, respectfully, how much. The question is, how much will North win by here?
No, I'm tipping Adelaide.
No.
Oh,
That would be huge.
that would be crazy.
They
had a
just
good game
They
against
just played each other,
Yeah.
and Adelaide and like North keep saying that they were really disappointed in how they played that game, even though they still won. But I thought Adelaide were really competitive against them, and I feel like for North to go all the way, which I do think it's their season, I think this would be good for them to lose
A
one.
loss wouldn't be the worst thing in the
Oh, I
world.
see. Yeah. Double chance.
Georgia, are you allowed to give your punditry, or would you prefer not to? You can just say generalizations like how good's footy if you want.
How good's footy?
Exactly right.
No, I think it'll be a cracking game.
I agree. And I
Yes.
think North will win by 350 points.
Yeah, I think North will win as well.
And then there's a game Saturday night here, which would be 5 o'clock in Perth, I think.
Oh, that's a good time.
Yeah,
think if-
for it's 3 hours
Maybe
now.
Oh, is it 3 then 4? Oh, it's
So
just-
distracting that
this is
you're wearing
my
a
new-
hat like that.
This is my new look. Yes, so Saturday afternoon in Perth, but nighttime here. Crazy the way the world works. It's 3 days and 26 minutes from now, so you should start having hydrolyte or something, I imagine.
Yeah, that's what the,
Yeah, great.
Actually,
No, it's just water.
I
At
bought
the moment,
the like.
start hydro. Yeah.
Classy hydrolyte is what they call water.
Oh,
The original, the rustic hydrolyte. I'm tipping Essendon.
I'm also tipping Essendon.
Yeah, I'll tip Essendon as well.
Okay, hell
Fucking
yeah.
A, yeah, why not?
Not just because you're here as well.
Oh, thanks.
I wouldn't tip the home team who's played pretty well all year. usually. I'd always tip Essendon.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this game?
I mean, as I said before, I think it's a little bit of redemption. We don't feel like we showed our best when we played them in round one. So I think we're looking forward to showing the growth that we've made. The last bit of the season. So
Do you like travelling?
we've travelled pretty well. Yeah, we've credit to all our players and staff in general that they've prepped us really well for travel. We've had obviously some big trips. Darwin, we played in Perth earlier in the year. Gold Coast, and we went to Adelaide as well. And aside from the Adelaide one, I've had sort of good results. So I think we back our preparation and get to see a few people that I over in Perth. Hopefully, get a couple of people come out to watch and travel. You always get that extra opportunity to sort of the team bonding together, which is nice as well. So
Good stuff.
looking forward to it.
What do you do on a plane?
What do I do? I've currently started reading The Lord of the Rings.
Cool.
Reading?
It, yeah. So
That's
I've got
cool.
they're the
Read it a
three
few
together,
times.
so it's a really chunky weight the bag down.
Oh,
a little.
yeah. Well, you travel with all three.
Well, it's all in one book.
I had one of those
hectic.
growing up. It's like 1,000
Really?
and bit pages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
so
hectic.
that's what I'll be doing for the flight.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring that up because I've got a quiz here for Tom and Georgia again
Okay, great.
of Lord of the Rings
Do we need to
stuff.
buzz in or are we a team?
You can work on it together.
Let's work
Okay,
on it together.
great.
Well, what if this? Do you know what happens? Because what if this spoils it? Do
Have
you know what
seen the
happens?
movie?
Oh, I love the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. My nickname actually in hockey was Pippin. So when the coach came in at the time, he watched me play and he was like, she looks like a hobbit. Short, curly hair.
Giant feet.
And I think one of them was like Frodo or Bilbo. I'm like, thank God that didn't stick. And he was like Pippin, which then got sort of shortened to Pip. And
Yeah.
that
Okay.
has been a bit more.
Love the idea.
Yeah, hasn't
the hockey coach
carried over.
knows Lord of the Rings canon deeply. He knows
Yeah.
all the hobbits.
Yeah, so there you go.
At least Pippin's a good one.
Oh,
I mean, they're all good except Frodo.
Which one's
I hate
Pippin?
Frodo.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yes. Frodo's such a
the little
lion.
cheeky one. Like
Yeah.
he's a bit, yeah.
Oh, because there's the two that go off on the trees
Yeah.
and shit. One
Yeah,
of them.
there's
Yeah,
Merry
it's one
and
of those
Pippin.
He's the one
Yeah.
that keeps messing things up for them.
Yeah, he's plays like the dumb one, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was visually, but yeah.
What
Yeah, obviously. I wanna
what
be super
creature? What creature is Gollum?
He was a
cool.
hobbit. He was a
Yeah,
hobbit.
it was a hobbit back in the day.
This is
yeah.
an easy quiz.
Oh, I mean, it's sort of a confusing
Okay.
question.
Yeah, I don't know what this means. Where is Legolas from?
He's from one of the woods.
Is that Orlando
Yeah.
Bloom?
In
Yeah,
fact,
it's
I
Orlando
think
Bloom.
he's from the wood from the Hobbit, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a lot of names.
So
in this.
Mirkwood,
We'll say
I think.
that. Yeah.
Correct. He is from Mirkwood.
Good job, Tom.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok about Legolas.
Legolas.
Lego shop. I saw a TikTok about the Lego shop
That's
the other
almost
day.
as bad as whatever Marnie said on the
Yeah, once.
one.
Well, the TikTok was Legolas every morning on his journey, and it's him just like fixing his hair beautifully and like braiding it every day.
So it took me a long time to realize that Orlando Bloom didn't have long blonde hair.
Yeah.
Because I just thought that's what who he was.
He had a mohawk at the
Yeah,
time.
it blew my mind.
But over here.
Yeah, I used to read when I was a child.
In the books, how old is Frodo when he leaves the Shire to destroy the ring? And
Oh, I've passed this bit and it took, I don't even remember. He's older than you think.
Yeah, he's in his 50s. I can't remember exactly.
It might
be
be his
54.
50th, but
54 maybe.
it's multiple.
All right, give us the multis.
So 50, 33, 111, or 131.
50 then, yeah, for sure.
You're doing really well, guys. I don't think you've got one wrong. What's the name of Frodo's sword given to him by Bilbo?
Oh, that
Sting.
is, yeah.
Well done.
Very
This
good.
has taken a weird turn, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm here for it too.
Weird
This is
day,
fun.
weird turn.
I love knowing answers to things because usually I know nothing.
What colour when orcs are nearby?
Yeah, it glows blue.
You didn't even let me finish, and you were all right. Great.
Too quick.
What is the name of Saruman's tower in Isengard?
Now I got this wrong the other day because I was talking to someone and I said or thank, but I don't think it is.
It's
right?
some-
Is or thank one of the options?
Yeah.
Don't go or thank. It's not. It's Isengard.
Not one of the
Oh, yeah.
options.
We're
What?
taking the
Can
hobbits
you
to
give the options?
Isengard.
Oh no, that's the place. Maybe or thank is the tower.
So it's Barad Dur, Orthanc, Minas Morgul,
No.
or White Tower of Ecthelion.
Let's go or thank then.
yeah.
Did you feel okay with that?
Yeah.
It's correct.
Yeah, good. Okay. I got a little confused the other day.
Who forged the 3 elven rings, Nenya, Narya, and Vilya?
This is not an easy
Celebrimbor.
question. Is it? Yeah.
Whoa! Incorrect.
Oh.
No, don't tell me. I want to have a second chance.
Oh, wait, no. Celebrimbor forged the ring.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
3 rings, the elf rings.
No, I clicked the wrong one and you were right. I clicked
I also just watched
Celeborn.
the,
Yeah, right.
I clicked Celeborn, but you said
Rings of Power, yeah.
Jesus. What tree was named? What was the name of Treebeard's wife?
Ooh.
Rogue.
Treebeard's wife. I proper don't know, I think. Can you give us the options?
Fimbrathil,
Yeah.
Beach Bone, Fladriff, or Fingless?
I mean, the first one rang a bell, but it could be like a
Let's
trick
go the
question.
first one.
Yeah.
Fimbrathil?
Yeah, that rang a bell for some reason. But he loves those sort of names like
Tom,
Ithil and...
you got it right.
Yeah.
Last one, and we'll stop now because we have to do finish the tipping. What is the elven name for Rivendell?
Oh, don't tell me I definitely know this. Have you got any ideas? No. It starts with M, I think. Is there an M option?
No, but
Right.
it could. Can I go? I can go through.
Yeah, give me the options because I'll know.
Lothlorien, Imladris,
Yeah, that's it.
or Taru Nufuan
Imbladris is how I used to read it in my
Fluent.
head.
You are fluent in now.
in Dork.
Was that right? Or?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah,
Well
we
done.
got it right.
Good job.
We were undefeated. Only Broden could fuck us up by pressing the wrong button.
That was very.
And then the last game is.
There's 2 more.
Oh yeah. Wait, where am I? Oh yeah, no. Hawks Brisbane
Yeah, fun.
at Icon Park.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this one. I really want to see what Hawks can do against Brizzy.
Yeah.
So my experience at the start of the year for this season was going to the launch at Town Hall. Were you there that night?
No, I don't think
It was
I
a
got invited
vibe.
to that. Yeah.
There was a tree. Anyway, it felt like 2 dedicated hours just to how we love Brisbane, how great a Brisbane.
Yeah.
Brisbane teams just standing there going,
We're here too.
yeah, like, and no Brisbane players were there, obviously. And I was like, and
Yeah.
I could feel all these athletes in the room just getting pissed off, like at the vibe, and like I feel like there's a chip on everyone's shoulder about Brisbane, and I feel like the Hawks could really take it to them, but Brisbane are
Good.
great, yeah,
Very good.
yeah. Great article this week about Dakota as well, Dakota Davidson.
Thank you. I have so much to say about this, but I don't feel like. we
Yes. Who are you tipping, everyone?
I think I'll go with the Lions.
Yeah, I feel Lions, but like everyone's been kind of putting a lot on Hawthorn because I haven't played many of the top 8 sides, and they
Yes.
feel like they're getting unfairly criticised for that because they've only played Adelaide, which they lost to, and then Dockers, and who they played in the last round of the home and away? Richmond,
Yeah.
and they won. So they're only so they've lost to Adelaide, but they haven't played North, they haven't played Brisbane.
You've convinced me. I'm going Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they want to prove that they should be in up
Yeah.
there. So I think they're going into this game with a chip on their shoulder.
Great game.
Yeah, great game.
These storylines are going to happen forever until everyone plays each other at least once.
Yep.
But in 1 week, in my opinion, I think they should. 17 games in a week. And then Sunday at 3:05, Adelaide Oval. Adelaide Oval? Wow, they reckon they can get good numbers? That'll be interesting.
Oh, this is Alberton Oval here.
Yeah.
Adelaide Oval, unless they've...
Well, mine says Alberton Oval.
Okay, well
think it's
then,
Alberton.
that makes
Thank
more
God.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because also the pitches would be in, I think. In cold... Yeah, something like that. Port versus Richmond at Alberton Oval. 3 days and 20 hours from now. Port for me.
Oh, I think
Richmond.
Yeah. I really vibe in Richmond. They seem to be really good all year.
Has Monconti had as good a year as always? I haven't watched
Yeah.
Richmond very closely.
Like Ed Marinoff is the high favourite for the best and fairest.
Okay.
But also because I was talking to someone, like a commentator the other day, and I was like, who's going to get it? Like, is it going to be Eb? They're like, because it's so clearly Ebony Marinoff.
Yeah. So yeah, she'll win it as is the rules with AFLW.
Yeah.
She'll win it next year.
Yes. Yeah.
It'll be handed across. Any thoughts on no? I'm tipping Port, but you're going Richmond.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're going Richmond.
Yeah.
How exciting!
Yeah, so fun.
I was going to say, do you have a tip for who you're backing in for the flag? But we can all just say Essendon.
Essendon.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we
Essendon.
can all say Essendon.
Yeah,
backing North.
Marnie set him up to finish 8th. Remember we had this discussion? Would rather finish 8th than like 5th or 4th. So